This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Thursday, September 7th, 2023. I'm Alex Brown. The South Bend Community School Corporation is looking to place a county-serving high school career center in the Renaissance District within a former Studebaker factory just south of downtown. School Board President John Anella expressed his support for the center, which St. Joseph County currently doesn't have.
We've got a lot of workforce development opportunities. CTE is growing. There's money. There's demand, and it's a great opportunity. And one of the best things about it is a St. Joseph County career hub, and it's very clear that it's not about South Bend. It's about all of the students in our entire county.
School board members agreed to explore a lease of the location, which will allow administrators to pursue lease terms and architectural agreements for necessary renovations. Richmond-based Reed Health says its HealthWorks Fitness Center in Connorsville will switch to local ownership and be rebranded as Enjoy Fitness Club by the end of the month. The facility was originally slated to close in late July as the health system looked to reduce costs. Matchbook Learning, Paramount Schools of Excellence, and Purdue Polytechnic High School will each open new schools in Indianapolis next fall after receiving approval from Education One, the charter authorizing arm of Trine University. The schools plan to grow to a combined 1,100 students over several years. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
For 25 years, we've had the honor of telling the story of Indiana business. More than 1,300 shows, 8,000 interviews. We've traveled from Valparaiso to Versailles, Fort Wayne to Fort Branch, and everywhere in between. And we are just getting started. Our team is passionate about Indiana business because your story is worth telling. Join us every week as we travel the state to bring you Indiana's story. Inside Indiana Business, 25 years and counting.
The city of Elwood is requesting funding from the Madison County Commissioners to put toward the development of a regional sports complex. Mayor Todd Jones told the commissioners this week the complex would include a 50,000 square foot facility with dual-purpose basketball and volleyball courts, as well as outdoor baseball and softball fields. He said the city has an organization that wants to manage the 79-acre property, and the city is in negotiations with the property owner to build the complex. The mayor cited a feasibility study that said such a complex would bring an estimated $9 million in tourism and support thousands of youth athletes, as well as new hotels.
What we would do is it would be used as a travel facility, and it would bring people from all the outlying communities and counties that currently do not have a place to play in Madison County. Having an influx of people every weekend, it would be a great shot in the arm for the success of not only one hotel, but potentially two hotels coming into the city of Elwood.
An estimated overall cost for the project was not immediately provided, but officials said they plan to seek funding from the state's Ready 2.0 program to support it. A West Coast electric vehicle manufacturer that owns the former AM General plant in Mishawaka is once again close to being delisted from the NASDAQ stock market. Mullen Automotive said today it received a letter from the NASDAQ indicating the company did not meet its September 5th deadline to maintain a minimum bid price of $1. The company said it has requested a hearing with the NASDAQ listing qualifications panel to request another extension and present its plan to regain compliance. The hearing would typically stay any delisting or suspension pending a final decision by the panel, according to Mullen. The CEO of Columbus-based Cummins says the newly announced joint venture to build a battery cell manufacturing plant is the first big investment in battery cells for commercial vehicles in the U.S. Jennifer Rumsey said the $2 to $3 billion investment will create a significant number of jobs.
This is a pretty significant investment in this new plant. And then that allows us to share that investment and create cells that we believe will have scale as the transition begins to occur. And then each of us can take those cells and design and produce battery packs. Cummins, of course, will produce battery packs to sell to a range of different commercial and industrial customers that we have in the market here in the U.S.
Rumsey said a location for the plant will be announced in the coming months. The joint venture aims to begin production in 2027, and when at full capacity, Rumsey said the plant will be able to produce 21 gigawatt hours of battery cells. Cook Group President Pete Yonkman is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio.